Hello everyone, thank you for watching. This is Hadrian. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So we just got back from Mystery Lake. We might have to go back to Mystery Lake, which is very frustrating. I was talking about how I was hoping not to have to do that multiple times, but we did get lots and lots and lots of pelts, which is good. We will be able very soon to repair our decent wolfskin coat. It will be a new wolfskin coat instead of decent. All of our other stuff is still in pretty good condition. We were able, while we were on the run, to go ahead and repair the deerskin pants, but we still have some additional deerskin as well. We have 2 deerskin, in fact, which is all we need to make the deerskin boots. So we just need to wait for those. Oh, wait, we have 3! Sweet. So we just need to wait. We have lots of wolf pelts, which is good news. We'll be able to keep the wolfskin coat repaired for the foreseeable future. So that's good news. Let's have a look in here. Got lots of nice items that we picked up. Now, did I empty out all of my medical supplies? I think I did. Yes, I did. Very good. Carrying a lot of water at the moment, I think. Yeah, lots of water. Over 9 pounds of water. But we need to go ahead and rest. So what I'm going to do is rest for 5 hours. And when I get up, I shouldn't be tired at all anymore. That's good. All right, now I can drink some of this to deal with my thirst issue. And I can also, let's pass the time for 5 hours. This is what you have to do when you're trying to sleep through the night now in the long dark. It's counterintuitive, but you know, the new rest system, it's been implemented as of the last patch, and you know, I'm sure other changes will be made based on the way that players really like me, especially, and Long Dark Let's players like Accurise and Geltast and Will-O-Wisp. Sorry, I got hung up for a second on whether I pronounced Geltast's name correctly. So hopefully I did. But all right, so now we're going to rest for the rest of this. Hopefully it'll let us go through the whole night. But yeah, as they watch players like us, you know, that's how you get an idea of how people are using it, you know, live. So Geltaz, that's what it was. I was saying Geltast. That's what was throwing me. Okay, there we go. Geltaz, Will-O-Wisp, Accurise, me, other Lone Dark Let's players. There's a core of us that are very active in the game. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but the ones that I see on Twitter a lot are those. Pass the time. We're not tired. Okay, that's cute. All right, there's daylight. Now rest for an hour. Good. Now it should let us be fully ready for the day. And it seems like the weather's pretty decent. I don't hear any wind, which is nice. We're pretty hungry, so I'm going to pay a visit to the fridge and see how we can resolve that issue. We have some wolf meat. It's not in the best condition. Chill out. I'm literally just getting meat. Alright, I'm going to eat this wolf meat. It will increase my chances of intestinal parasites, but I'm only at 1%. So that's fine. I can risk it. Matter of fact, I'll risk it one more time. We'll eat this wolf meat as well. Okay. And then we need to drink. Good, and that lowered us down below our threshold for how much we can carry. So now let's take a look at what we are carrying. We still have some additional accelerant that is weighing us down a good bit. Got a lot of water too. It's nice to have water though. Can never have too much water. All right, well, let's go ahead. I have food on me, right? Yeah, I do. I just looked at that. Yeah, I'm good. I've got peaches. Peaches make everything better. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. I can never resist. Let's head this direction. Oh, wow. Weather's great. Feels like 24 degrees, though, so it's freaking cold. Oh, hey. That shot was a little bit to the right. I'm very lucky that didn't miss. Alright, that wolf is running away from the gunshot. I am going to take everything off this wolf because he got killed right outside my house. So this is perfect. This is additional meat.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Will you stop bitching? Alright, we're going to come inside. So we have another wolf pelt, which is phenomenal, and more wolf guts. So let me go ahead and just, you know what, I'm not going to pay too much attention to where I put this one. I'm just going to drop it right here. Why are we overburdened again? Overburdened again. Why is that? I thought we were under our burden. A little bit confused. Oh, there's wolf meat I didn't put up. That's why. That would explain it. Perfect. Alright, so one more bullet down, and there's another wolf as well. We'll try to avoid him by going this way. Alright. So we now need to get to that island. There's a bear out that way. Can't see him now, but I know he's there. 10 hours of daylight left. Now it feels like 33 degrees, so it's not as cold. Thanks to the work we just did indoors. Or, not really indoors, but the work we did right outside of our base camp. Killed that wolf. Took its meat. Took some time. Let the day pass by, and now, as you can see, we got cold while that was happening because it was so freaking cold, but now we're warming back up because we're above freezing. And as the temperature continues to climb, because it's still early-ish in the day, that warmth meter, again, will not be as much of an issue, which is nice. There's our friend. He's in a pretty reliable location. If there is any point where I can go ahead and kill... Oh, wow. Holy mother of God, there are 3 deer. I want you. I want you in my life. Okay, Now, one tip I received after how dissatisfied I was the last time I tried to sneak up on some deer and kill them was to crouch. And I was told you can get pretty close. So I'm going to try that now. And if one of these deer runs off, the other one might not. This is going to take a little bit of time. But, you know, I've had issues hitting deer in the past. It's a little bit frustrating. One thing I need to do is clean this rifle all the way up to... What's it at right now? Sort by weight. It's at 78% right now. It's actually in pretty good condition. Okay, this deer is actually pretty close. Let's see how close I can get to him by crouching, sneaking up this way. Yeah, killing a deer right now and getting an additional deer hide would be very good. Also, just the deer meat. I feel like I'm getting pretty close now. Let's see how close I can get before he runs off. I want to just judge it without the rifle scope raised. Well, that commenter, I forget who it was. I'm sorry I forgot who commented, but you were right. Gotcha! Thank God. I'm so tired of not killing deer on the first freaking try. Okay, this is phenomenal. Alright, well, since we just got all this meat, what I'm going to do is go ahead and harvest this whole son of a bitch. It's going to be a bitch, literally. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's going to be real pain. But now I'm going to make my way back to my base camp. I know we just went all this way out, but we just killed a deer and we got a bunch of deer meat. So I want to take this back to base camp. That's my priority, and base camp is not far. It's right there. So I just need to make my way. Got 21 pounds of venison. That was a nice clean kill. I freaking earned that too, if I do say so myself, with some of the shots that went badly earlier in the series. If you want to blame my aiming, or if I'm just not, very good at shooting in the long dark, that's fine. I mentioned before I'm willing to accept that, but my whole criticism of it, which I think is reasonable, has been that it's not very intuitive, and that there are shots that are close shots at close range, where they're very well lined up, and you're perfectly still, and it's very difficult to imagine how they miss. And they miss. And maybe that's just something they did different with Alone Dark, where, the shooting is more difficult than it is in your typical first-person shooter. It's meant to be like a more realistic hunting experience where you have to really line up that kill shot if you want to drop a deer in one bullet. And maybe that's the point. And if that's the point, then maybe I shouldn't complain. But if you go back and watch some of the early episodes of this series and some of the episodes of Against All Odds Series 1, you can see what I'm talking about. So maybe there's two sides to it. We'll see if... I don't know how much of a debate there is in the community about it. It's not something that I've paid much attention to. It's just I notice it when I'm playing, and it frustrates me. So it might be something they look at in future patches. Or it might not be. We'll see. Oh, can't go that way. All right. Almost back. Tell you what, this will take some extra time, but I need to cook this deer meat, and I need wood to do it over. So we're going to take care of this cedar limb right now. Or this fir limb, actually. Fur is even better. Nice ominous music. But I am not in bad shape right now. This ominous music is playing when I've just killed a deer. Alright, speaking of that, let's drop what we got from him. And then we need to cook some deer meat right now, in fact. So, wood matches. We'll use that birch bark we picked up. We want to have the fir firewood. Actually, no, we're going to use our book, because the fir firewood has a 70% chance of success, and I'm not willing to put up with a low chance of success starting a fire right now. That thought annoys me. We can also use this fire to get some additional water, because we are kind of low-ish on drinkables, so having additional water would be useful. Fireplace. Perfect. Got a nice 4-hour fire. Let's go ahead and get that water, first and foremost. So we're going to melt snow for a bit. Getting nice and thirsty. Now we're going to boil it.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I know, it's a lot. You're carrying wolf meat and everything on you right now. All right, our condition meter is going to go up to... is going to pop up at 100 there, but we're going to fix that issue right now. Yeah, we have a lot of water, actually. I overestimated how much I needed to make. All right, so there's that. Now, let's do some cooking, shall we? Venison. Pretty hungry too, so as soon as we finish cooking this, we're going to stuff some in our face. That'll be great. We're also eating up the last of our daylight here while we're doing this, so. I think we'll be able to cook all this. Maybe. Let's see. No, we're not. We're going to run out of time. So I'm going to need to throw something else on this fire. Or not. I'll put the uncooked meat in the fridge. All right, perfect. All right, so she's hungry now. Can't imagine why. Let's go ahead and eat this. Eat that one too. and then pay a visit to the fridge and put the rest of this up, shall we? Okay, that's that. Now, what in the world am I carrying? Oh, you know what? I never put down that freaking... Here, we'll use this space over here for the maple sapling. All right, there we go. So that's curing as well. What else am I carrying? It's so freaking heavy. Oh, it's the water. That's what it is. How am I doing water-wise then? Actually, you could stand to drink some. All right, the weather doesn't sound great. We've got less than 1 hour of daylight left. Let's have a look outside and see if we can maybe make a break for the far island before it gets too dark. If it's too dark, then I'm not going to risk it. Okay, too dark, and there's a wolf. So, back inside we go. Oh, man, this game. All right. Do. Less than 1 hour of daylight left. All right. So let's go ahead and rest for 6 hours. Should be enough to recover our energy. You guys know how this game goes at this point. Have to rest for a certain amount of time, then pass some time in order to wake up at a reasonable hour of the morning. We'll go ahead and drink to lose some additional burden here. And we'll go ahead and eat these salty crackers too. This is just a partial box of salty crackers. Salty crackers will make us a little thirsty again, but let's pass the time for 4 hours. Rest for 2 hours. And we should be good. This should lower our burden pretty substantially. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we're pretty hungry. So let's get some of that meat we just cooked, shall we? And then I'm going to head across to that island that was originally my goal.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Will you seriously stop complaining? Alright. Last time I poked my head out this way, well, not this exact door, but outside this house, there was a wolf. So we'll see if he's still hanging around. He or she. Doesn't look like it. Feels like 28 degrees, so still bloody cold. Beautiful sunrise, though. So there's a wolf right there. Don't see the bear just yet, but I'm sure the bear is there as well. Because that's the bear's cave that I'm pointing at. Just want to make sure I don't upset any wildlife on the way out to that island. God, this game. Absolutely gorgeous. I think I see the bear. He's like in the mouth of the cave, actually. Can't really see him. All right. Yep. Right there. Right over the head of my rifle. Okay, time to start heading towards, well, that house, actually. You can see it. The sun is giving us a very nice view of it. We've been through that house, as you recall. Had a harrowing encounter with that bear, or almost had a harrowing encounter with that bear when we were getting pretty close to it. Have I been through this fishing hut yet? I'm not sure. I'm going to look real quick. I think I have, but there's another deer. See, I'm tempted to kill this deer too, but I don't want to get too I'm kind of running low on bullets, so I don't want to go too crazy. No, I've not been through here. Here's some pork and beans. Here's some reclaimed wood.
It's getting kind of heavy.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Oh, man. Would it be good or bad if I just got progressively meaner to the character in this game as I played more against all odds? Yeah, both of these other deer are still out here. So I could technically kill them as well. But I have confidence that they'll be out here regardless, so I might scare them as I run by, but that's fine. I don't know that that tree was always there. I feel like that's a new addition. I wonder if there's anything by the tree. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay a visit to that fishing hut. Yeah, they're both running from me, or one is running from me. Then I'm going to run up to the top of that hill, explore that house really quick, and then we will go ahead and call this episode. Risk of intestinal parasites has passed. Excellent. Yeah, we're a little encumbered right now. You don't want to walk too much further out on the ice because obviously this is a frozen coastline and there's a point where there's too much water for the weather to safely freeze. Or to realistically freeze, I guess you could say. And so you start to hear it get a little bit more crackly, and you start to fall through. You know, obviously if a fishing hut is sitting on the top of the ice, I'm probably okay. But I don't want to walk much farther in that direction. This fishing hut is about as far out as I want to walk. See how far out from the coastline I am? It's nerve-wracking just to think about. Even just seeing these new cracks in the ice that they've added to the graphics it's a bit freaky. That would be a terrible way to end Against All Odds Season 2. It could be seconds away right now too. If there's some new mechanic they've added where things don't go as I expect based on past experience, which is always possible. Alright, nothing in there. More pinnacle peaches, though. Anything in this cupboard? Nope. Anything in this drawer? No. Anything in this drawer? No. Ah, crap. No, I didn't want to close that. I'll close it now, though. Thank you. And now we're going to start making our way back towards this island so that we don't fall through the ice. I think the way it works is that you hear it get like more crackly, so you have the opportunity to step back onto safer ice. You know, one thing I haven't messed around with too much is on-the-fly crafting. What can you do on the fly now? You can craft a torch on the fly, you can craft a tinder plug, you can craft fishing tackle, a bandage with cloth, which is awesome, and Old Man's Beard Wound dressing on the fly now. You don't need a table to make this, which is fantastic. So, actually, hang on. Yeah, I might need to start making those because having the Old Man's Beard is just an instant. It's a one shot when you get bitten by a wolf, and you have infection risk. You can just use that instead of having to use a bandage and antiseptic. The Old Man's Beard just takes care of it. So let's go ahead and harvest these. Oh, I need 3. 3 per 1 bandage. Okay, then. Let's do it. Awesome. So I have an Old Man's Beard wound dressing. So if I ever get bitten by a wolf again, I can just use that and not have to use any antiseptic. Something you definitely do later in the game when things get tough. What are you circling over? If you're a dead deer, I'm going to need to pay you a visit. They're circling over something. Oh, it's a dead guy. That's a dead human. Crow feather. Crow feather. Crow feather. Any others? Don't see any. All right. Pretty long search bar. Should be at least one thing on this guy. Yep, energy bar. Perfect. I don't know where that barking is coming from, but I'm running up the hill. Running, 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 running. Okay. And now there should be a house. Somewhere. There it is. I know I said a moment ago that I was gonna, God, this is such a great view. I know I said that I was gonna explore this before I cut the episode, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the episode here because we're running a little bit long on kind of me crafting that old man's beard dressing. I will let you have a look around real quick before I do anything. So yeah, here's what we just walked into. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in Against All Odds every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT minus 4 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.